So I'm talking with Michael Crotts. He is or Marcus Crotts, a ticket operations manager for the Carolina Mudcats. So why don't you start off just by telling me what you do there, Marcus?
I sit at the front desk, answer the phones to start with, and once the season starts, I'll be taking like a lot of phone calls for ticket orders, and I'll be in charge of printing all those out and making sure everything goes smoothly. And then during the game, I'm in charge of all the game day employees, like all the ticket takers, all the ticket sellers. And, if there's a problem with tickets, like if we accidentally sold the same seat twice, like I have to handle that.
Okay.
If one of the computers goes down, I have to handle that as well. So
Cool. And what kind of led you to deciding on that career, or at least path?
I needed an internship for school, and there was an internship open here last year, and I took it. And then I needed a job, and they offered me basically the same job, just in a full-time role. So
Sweet, awesome. And you've enjoyed it?
yeah, it's definitely different. Like working like nights and weekends is definitely interesting, but it's definitely fun working at a ballpark.
Yeah, definitely. So what specific skills do you think you have that benefit you most in this position?
I think I'm pretty good talking on the phone. Obviously, that's like my first responsibility is to answer phone calls. I don't make a lot of outbound calls. I mean, I do occasionally, but that's definitely a skill. Definitely got to be decent with computers, like not overly skilled, and probably have patience because a lot of people don't really know what they're talking about, and they might ask some questions that you might think are dumb or stupid, but you just have to be patient with them.
Gotcha. What kind of future positions do you hope you can gain from this experience?
This position I'm in currently is not year round. I would need to transition into sales if I wanted to keep working here.
Okay.
And then after sales, probably be like the assistant GM or the general manager of the team.
Cool. That sounds really cool. So I guess what are the most rewarding parts of this job?
Definitely when people are appreciative, which they usually are, because when people come out to the ballpark, they're usually in a pretty good mood. They're off work, they're with their family, they're with their wives or girlfriends. So usually people are in a good mood and they're, really grateful to be out. And if you can help them in any way, they're usually really grateful for that.
Awesome. Yeah. And I guess what would be the most difficult parts then?
I kind of touched on this earlier, but just having to deal with people on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think our schedule is pretty straightforward, how it's like color-coded, but people call all the time and they ask, like, which ones are the home games, even though there's like a key at the bottom of the page. Just like having to kind of be like, no, that's just the start time.
Right.
Just like kind of questions like that.
Right. Okay. What is the payment structure like? And you don't have to, give me the specific numbers, just commission or salary or hourly or what?
Yeah, I'm salary with, I do have some opportunities for commission, but that's not my main job. Okay. I'm not in sales, but I'll probably end up doing a little bit of that. I've never really done that before, so it'll definitely be good to get some experience from doing that.
Yeah, definitely. Are there any specific qualifications, be it like education or experiences that this kind of position requires?
Well, the person that had this job before me, I was his intern, and he was the intern before that, and then I was the intern. So you kind of have to be
climb the ladder
intern, to get this position,
okay,
in full-time capacity.
So then, I guess what skills would tend to lead somebody to get to that internship?
Honestly, I just showed up for the interview last year. I was dressed professionally. I had a resume. I, was almost done with school, so, I had that under my belt. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, as long as you're, willing to learn, that's, the key thing. Because you're not going to know how to do basically anything when you first start.
Right.
There's, a lot of stuff you need to know how to do.
Right. So. Would you say there's high turnover in this position, or do people tend to stay long-term?
In the position I have currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really just 1 year. You like be in this position for 1 year,
Okay.
and then you either get another job somewhere else or you would transition to a different role here.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
So what does your typical schedule look like day to day? Kind of touched on that
Today got in at 8:30. Answered the phones. Made a couple calls, inviting season ticket holders to an event. Each day is different in the sense of like what I have to do. Like what I have to do before the season is get all my ticket takers like availability and schedule them and stuff. And then I'll usually get to leave at 5 on if it's not a game day, and then if it's game day, I'll usually be the first one here to like open the gate and stuff. And then about 2 hours before the game, I'll head up to will call with all the tickets, make sure all the employees are in place, and then usually about 2 hours after the game starts, depending on how crowded it is, I'll shut down all the ticket booths, collect all the money, send reports out to the bankers and the accountant, and then I usually get to be one of the first people to leave, but I have to be one of the first people here as well. So.
Okay. So what kind of hours do you typically work like on a weekly basis?
8:30 to 5, and then game day is probably 8:30 to 9.
Okay. Wow. So probably 50 hours a week, 50, 60?
Yeah, game week it could be like 80
Whew.
or more. Yeah.
But it's cool, I guess. You're at the ballpark and stuff, doing something you enjoy. So.
Yeah, it definitely has its advantages and disadvantages. But,
yeah, definitely. Where am I? So what kind of technology do you use?
I use this Windows computer that's in front of me. Definitely use the copier a lot. We use the software eTix for our tickets. It's based in Mooresville. We were their first client, so we get their services for free. And then I use a lot of different printers for like printing tickets and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Cool. So you talked about this a little bit, but what was the interview and hiring process like? I guess for the internship, if you want to start there.
Yeah, for the internship, I just showed up, walked around the ballpark with Josh. He just kind of showed me around, told me a few things, and basically he offered me the job because I was like the only one that was a senior.
Okay.
And yeah.
Cool.
And it just kind of worked out like that.
Yeah, can't beat that.
And then
go ahead.
For this position, I just I talked to the GM and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a job," and he said, "Yeah, we might have something available for you." So I kind of waited like a couple months, and then I just came in and ended up getting this job. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So you've been there for how long now?
I started last April and then I finished in September, and then I started again last Wednesday, and I'll go at least till the end of the season, if not further.
Cool. So how would you describe the working environment? Fast-paced.
It's definitely like a lot of fun because there can be like a lot of downtime. Everyone's mostly in their 20s, so it's we all like kind of hang out after work, like go to the Hurricanes game or something. So
cool.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it's like a college atmosphere because you work like such strange hours.
Right.
So like and then you get like random days off during the week after a homestand. So yeah.
Cool. So what specifically did you like about the Mudcats?
They were like I had my lease in my apartment was in Raleigh, so I was like I need to get a job around here. So I wanted to work for a professional team, and just kind of happened to work here.
Cool. How would you describe the management structure? Do you have like people you're reporting to, or do you have any interns that work under you now?
Yeah, I will have an intern. He starts on April 1st. He'll basically be doing a lot of the same things I'm doing, but like once the season starts, I kind of need like 2 people to handle all my responsibilities. And then obviously like the ticket workers report to me as well. I mean, not like in the sense of like I'm gonna like yell at them or something, because
right.
I mean they're all pretty good. Like they've been working there for years. I just kind of help them out when I need to. And then I guess the only other person would have been like the general manager, the assistant general manager, and like the owner would probably be the three people above me.
Okay, cool. Just a couple more questions. What's one piece of advice you could give me in pursuing a career in the sports industry?
Definitely do an internship, and maybe more than one internship.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what you want to do in sports, what I found in looking for a job these past couple months is that sales is probably your best bet, and most people want you to have cold calling experience, which I do not have,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to be doing that in the next couple weeks just so I kind of have that under my belt.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's actually something I want to do, but yeah,
It's
that
good
would
to have the
probably
experience.
be my advice.
Okay, cool.
Is to do more than one internship.
Okay, yeah. So last one, I guess. We have a volunteer assignment in this class too, so I didn't know if the Mudcats offered any volunteering hours for any students.
Like how many hours would you need?
5.
I don't think that they do because they usually have to pay people.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I've really never heard of anyone volunteering here.
Yeah, okay. I figured I'd just
Yeah, as
ask
far
since
as
I
I
already
know.
had you. Um,
Yeah.
all right, cool. I think that's it for me, Marcus. Thanks so much for doing this for me, and hope you have a good day.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck in your class.
All right, thanks, man. Take it easy.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. And that was Marcus Crotts.